be a sponge, and then bring the juice.
By focusing on your improvement, by focusing on your progress, and eliminating any fixed mindset that you may have and acts of perfectionism, then you encourage your own mastery.
On some level, we do what we want to do 24 hours a day. Now, sometimes it may not seem like that, but if I'm choosing to work instead of sleep, what I'm actually saying is keeping my job is more important than sleeping.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting beat. What can I do to get over this hump? So mentally, that's when I kind of put that forefront, like, hey, it's either all or nothing.
I like to put failure in quotations because I don't believe that failure is true failure if you're looking at it with the right mindset.
The truth is, the journey to greatness is hard. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus, and every day you have to decide what you value, what you want to pursue, and what you want to achieve. And if you dig deep enough, if you push hard enough, we all have what it takes to be great. Welcome to the Edge of Greatness. Hello and welcome back to From the Edge. I am home, back from vacation, into the flow of the work week, and I'll tell you what, I feel pretty good. I'm feeling energized. I'm excited to be back to doing the things that I love to do. I just had a conversation yesterday. I have another conversation today that I was lined up for my interviews. I'm actually going to be on a podcast tomorrow. It's a nice little stretch of being busy, and that's leading me into next month's Edge of Greatness Summit. So if you haven't yet, if you are interested and you're looking for something that's going to be an incredible event that's going to offer all kinds of value, I've got 15 plus speakers lined up now. I've added a couple more this week. I think that it's going to be something special, that if you've enjoyed this show, if you've enjoyed what we've been doing with putting content out from the Edge of Greatness project, you're going to love this summit. And it's free. The link will be in the show notes. If you are listening and you want to just type it in and go for it right now, the edgeofgreatnessproject.com. And then the special events page, that's where you're looking. I hope all of you that are listening come join this. I think it's going to be something that's very unique and very special. And I've got some pretty awesome people coming on board. But more about that later. I will be sending out more updates in the next few days about the speakers, about the event. So if you get signed up today, you get to see some of those things. So anyway, this last week I was on vacation. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful thing. I feel really good about just taking time away, stepping back. I was worried that, I wasn't going to set an alarm on vacation. I was just going to let my body tell me when to wake up, give my body a chance to fully recharge. And I was worried it was going to really mess up my 5 a.m.s when I got home and my writing progress. Now, I have not written since I got back. I did not write on vacation, which was fine. But I woke up every morning pretty regularly around 5:30, 5:45. I think I had one day where I slept until about 6:15, 6:30. But outside of that, I was up. I read. I watched some Shark Week. Drank my coffee and enjoyed the morning and the sunrise every single day that I was there. So that was a very nice realization that my body's just kind of now in this, you can get up early and kind of start your day flow. This is kind of a cool thing. The other piece of this that I thought was more interesting to me is one, I really do talk a lot about the value of recharging, of taking breaks, of stepping back into giving yourself time to appreciate what you've accomplished. And then, in a sense, escape the daily grind and work that is required to chase something that you have passion for, that you have a drive for. If you don't give yourself moments and time to recover from those long stretches of hard work, eventually that hard work is going to become less accomplished. It's going to become less hard. for lack of a better word there. And for me, these breaks are essential because I like to push myself with my pedal to the floor, full throttle, go, go, go. But I can only do that for so long before my mind, my body, my heart, and all those other things that are involved in doing something at a high level just stop giving that effort. When I got home from vacation, it was interesting. I immediately started planning and looking for my next vacation and what I'm going to be doing. So I started talking to my wife a little bit about what we should do, if we should take a vacation after the new baby comes, if I'm actually considering maybe trying to figure out a way to do a quick little baby moon for baby number 3. So just me and my wife for like a little weekend getaway. But I was planning these things and I'm setting these things on the calendar because if we have a target that we know our break is going to be, much like a due date for an assignment, I feel like it's a lot easier to consistently put in hard work. I know I've got a deadline coming up, so I know that this stretch of days, I have to be focused. I have to be in the zone, and I have to be putting in the right kind of work. I think too many people don't set those targets or those break moments or those times away. And I did find it interesting because while I was getting ready for this vacation, I started looking into the national averages for vacations and things of that nature. And it said something baffling to me that I want to say it was, I don't remember the percentage specifically off the top of my head because it's been a few weeks now, but I want to say like 70% of vacation weeks go unused. That's staggering to me. If you are getting paid to be on vacation, if you are getting an opportunity to go away and you choose not to use it for some reason, man, you are missing an opportunity to be more productive by giving yourself a break. Space them out. Like if you get 4 weeks of paid vacation throughout the year, space it out. Do one a quarter. Give yourself a chance to go and get away and do something for you. And don't be afraid of, oh, I've got work to do. I can't take a break right now. There's always going to be work. No matter who you are or what you do, there will always be more work. There's never going to be a moment in your life where you're not busy if you're chasing something. If you're a person who's actually trying to get somewhere with your life and be productive, you will always be busy. There will never be a moment where you go, man, I don't have anything on the calendar this week. Well, I should probably go on vacation. No, it's never going to work like that. There's always going to be something else because your mind's going to give you some more work to do. You're going to have other things come up that say, look, this is going to take your priority now. Or, if you're a family person, you got kids, you're going to have sporting events, you're going to have games, you're going to have all of these things that if you don't take the moment and the time to schedule your breaks, you're eventually not going to be as productive with your time that you're working. So that was one of the big takeaways for me. I feel great this week. It has been a little bit challenging to get back to the 5 a.m., not in the sense that getting up was hard, but more getting back into the routine of what it is I specifically want to be working on. So this morning, obviously, I'm recording the podcast. Yesterday, I did some work on my website. So I haven't been writing, but I have been doing things. Sometimes I feel less productive when I'm not doing the writing piece. And I think that's partly on me because I can't measure the number of words, I guess, So when I'm doing a book, right, and I'm writing, I can tell you how many words I wrote that morning. So I know if I was relatively productive, if I can get somewhere close to 1,000 to 1,400 words in a morning. When it comes to fixing a website or adding in pieces, I add 3 pictures? Is that productive? I don't know. So that's on me to figure out. That's something that I'm working through, but it is nice to, one, not force myself to write. I like writing, and I think that's an important thing for me to continue to do, but it's nice to know that I can be productive doing other things. I just need to clarify what productivity looks like when I'm doing those other things. So I recommend all of that for you guys listening. If If you're stuck and you're trying to figure out something, measure what productive looks like for you. If you're really stuck, take a break. Go on vacation. The amount of things that came to mind while I was just relaxing was incredible. And I think that that's a big piece of giving yourself a chance to not feel like you're forced to do work. It frees you up for some creativity. So, I want to know how this is going for you guys. It's kind of evolving from a, tell you about some things that'll help you into being better and doing great things to a personal journal of my experiences. But I don't know if maybe that was the initial thought going into it, that was going to be what it was. So, I'm open to suggestions on how this segment can be better utilized to help you. If you have questions, if you have things that you're working through, if you have ideas or thoughts, I'd love to hear them. You can email me at charles@theedgeofgreatnessproject.com. My DMs are open on Twitter. I'd love to communicate and touch base and see what your thoughts are. What are some of the things you're working through? How's your quest for excellence going? And, let's all make a little bit of a step forward down the back half of this year and getting a little bit closer to greatness. So, as always, guys, keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face, but remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.